to the interesting science channel Oddity Odyssey. Dear friends, the International Space Station ISS recently bid farewell to a science module PICE and welcomed a new module named NOKAR. The replacement was carried out by the Russian space agency Roscosmos. However, the replacement was full of incidents. A few hours after NOKAR arrived, his thrusters unexpectedly fired. The module tilted 45 degrees from the standard orientation. The station was temporarily out of control for 47 minutes, hitting the astronauts on board a heart-stopping moment. As explored together in Today. Enjoy watching the video. Don't forget to subscribe to the Oddity Odyssey channel and turn on the bell to always accompany interest. Now, let's go explore. It can be said that the International Space Station ISS is humanity's most magnificent structure in outer space. It was launched into orbit in 1998, designed to operate for about 15 to 30 years. With a total weight of approximately 420 tons, ISS is the largest artificial satellite operating in low Earth orbit. It flies about 400 kilometers above the Earth's surface. The project is the result of multinational cooperation, including 5 organizations: NASA of the United States, Roscosmos, JAXA of Japan, ESA of Europe, and CSA of Canada. The station is divided into 16 different modules, with each organization managing and operating its own module system. Specifically, Russia has 4 modules, the US has 9 modules, Japan has 2 modules, and Europe has only 1 module. However, after 23 years of operation in low Earth orbit, some modules have shown signs of malfunction, degradation, and had to be replaced. Therefore, Russia recently dismantled and removed one of their old modules and replaced it with a new, more spacious and multifunctional module. The replacement had been prepared for years but still could not avoid incidents. The new module is the largest multi-purpose laboratory module Russia has ever built, named NOKAR, which means science in Russian. NOKAR's journey to the ISS was a long wait of 14 years. Initially, it was planned for launch in 2007 but was delayed until now due to a series of technical issues. After 14 years of delay, it was finally launched at 21:58 on July 21, 2021, Hanoi time. The module was mounted on top of a rocket. 40 minutes after launch, the NOKAR module separated from the Russian rocket and began a week-long autonomous flight around Earth's orbit to catch up with the International Space Station ISS. After separating from the rocket, NOKAR moved using antennas and solar panels. It was also equipped with engines to raise its altitude to low Earth orbit. Only after confirming NOKAR was functioning well on its flight path did the Russian space agency Roscosmos proceed to attach the old module PICE to make room for NOKAR. PICE is now 20 years old, launched into space on September 14, 2001. This module served as a docking port for Soyuz crewed spacecraft and cargo ships for nearly 20 years. It also functioned as an airlock between 2 areas with different air pressures, allowing people to move from one side to the other to support Russian spacewalks. According to the original plan, PICE was to separate from the International Space Station ISS on July 23, 2 days after the launch of the NOKAR module. However, the plan was postponed because NOKAR encountered issues with its propulsion and orientation system. At 17:55 on July 26, a Russian cargo ship, towing the PICE module, separated from the International Space Station ISS to clear space for the new NOKAR module. At 21:01, when far enough from the ISS, the cargo ship began firing its engines to help the ship and the PICE module descend into Earth's atmosphere and burn up. Burning up such a large module in the atmosphere carries many risks. S large size, if the equipment doesn't. But rest assured, the Russian space agency calculated that any unburned debris would fall into the southern Pacific Ocean, ensuring the safety of the return flight. But that was just the beginning. At 1:45 on July 30, 2021, Hanoi time, the thrusters of NOKAR fired unexpectedly, causing an unforeseen docking issue. According to a NASA spokesperson, the International Space Station ISS temporarily lost orientation control, a rare incident. Due to the module's thrusters firing suddenly, the module tilted about 45 degrees from the standard orientation, causing the ISS to tumble for about 47 minutes. After the tumbling period, the International Space Station automatically detected the inappropriate tilt. It sent commands to the Zvezda module to continue firing its engines to restore balance according to standards. At that time, the Russian automated cargo ship docked with the ISS also contributed to resolving the incident. After the module returned to its proper position, NOKAR's controllers in Russia began working to ensure the thrusters would not fire again. That command was successfully executed as the space station passed over Russian command stations. Currently, there are 7 astronauts living and working on the ISS. They closed protective shutters on the station during the time NOKAR's engines fired uncontrollably. What happened must have given the astronauts a heart-stopping moment. The director of NASA's Space Station program said, "The crew reported seeing some debris. We believe it was from the jet firing." Fortunately, the crew encountered no obstacles. When NOKA lost control, the astronauts had nearly completed their workday. Most remaining tasks were cancelled so the crew could assist and respond to the unusual incident. The NOKA module weighs about 20.3 tons, is 13 meters long and 4.11 meters wide, significantly larger than the PICE module it replaced. After the module is installed on the International Space Station, Russia will need to conduct 11 spacewalks within 7 months to connect the new module to the station. After successful connection, NOKA will still serve as a docking port for spacecraft. Additionally, the module has spacious areas for astronauts, including research rooms, toilets, oxygen generators, and solar panels. Notably, the Russian module is equipped with a European robotic arm called Hera. This is a giant device manufactured by Airbus for the European Space Agency, capable of flexible operation in space. According to design, the arm has a payload capacity of 8 tons, meaning it can lift objects weighing up to 8 tons outside the ISS. Besides lifting cargo and equipment, the arm can transport astronauts to different locations to perform spacewalk missions or inspect and repair the station's exterior. This will certainly be an important support tool helping ISS operate effectively in low Earth orbit. Although Russia previously announced plans to build its own space station and would completely withdraw from ISS after completion, building a new station requires considerable time, so Russia still cooperates with partners to maintain ISS operations. This module replacement is Russia's effort to ensure astronaut safety on the station, as the PICE module was old and unsafe. Replacement and connection under conditions where ISS orbits at 400 km altitude is a major challenge. With orbital speeds reaching up to 27,743 km per hour, completing 15 orbits around Earth each day. Replacing equipment weighing over 20 tons requires high complexity and precision. Despite many difficulties in this mission, the module was ultimately successfully connected. Congratulations to Russia and the scientists. Hopefully such rare incidents won't occur in the future, allowing the International Space Station to perform its mission well. So today, TOT2V and you have explored the incident of Russia's module connection with the International Space Station. Wishing you enjoyable video viewing. Now, please select the video on the left or right side of the screen to join TOT2V in exploring more mysteries of the universe. See you in the next videos. Goodbye.